Hi everybody, thanks for joining me here at Hammy's Barbecue and Grilling. Glad you're with me. Thanks for making time to check out my channel in this video. I'm Hammy, also Mike, and tonight we are going to check out how to remove a membrane from pork ribs, specifically pork spare ribs. So this is going to be a quick video. It's not necessarily about how to make pork ribs. You can check out a video on my channel regarding that I did a few weeks ago. This is strictly how to get that tricky membrane off of your pork ribs and the argument of whether you should or whether you shouldn't. So let's go ahead and take a look at the membrane first up close, show you how to remove it, and then once you get an idea of what it looks like, what it's all about, then we can talk real briefly about the argument of whether to keep it on or keep it off. I personally, and most people I see on YouTube and cookbooks for barbecue, tend to keep it off, but there is the camp out there that say to go ahead and keep it on as well. So let's take a look. So this is a pork spare rib. You can go ahead and remove the membrane if you wish, which is I'm going to show you what to do for either pork spare ribs or pork baby back ribs. These are spare ribs. They're St. Louis cut. I bought them at Costco, Swift brand, already pre-cut. I went ahead and evened them out a little bit and removed a little bit of excess fat, but I want to show you how easy it is, but tricky it is too, to remove the membrane. So this right here is the membrane. It's a piece of tissue. It's kind of shiny, kind of chewy if you leave it on, and what you need to remove it is a crumpled up paper towel and a dull knife, either the dull end of a kitchen knife or a butter knife. I'd use a butter knife, but our butter knife's kind of pointed in our house, so I'm just going to use a regular kitchen knife. You may or may not need the kitchen knife. So let me show you. I like to feel around. See, I'm getting lucky already. I like to feel around with my fingers first, index finger and thumb. And I hope you can see that in YouTube land. Let me try a different angle. You can tug at it. And I'm going to do one better and use the dull end of the knife and stick it under like so. Really slowly. And then what you want to do is lift it up, grab it with your finger and thumb, take your crumpled up paper towel, and then you want to grab it with the paper towel because it's real slimy, uneven, part of it sticks, and just kind of bit by bit, you know, inch by inch, even centimeter by centimeter, you just slowly, you can probably hear that too. And again, we'll talk about why you should or shouldn't do this shortly. I want you to get a visual of what the membrane is. And then the key is to take it real slow, and you got to use the paper towel. I tried it my first couple times back in the day without it, and it was a waste of time. And go real slow. Crumple it up again. Nice and slow. Hold on to it with your non-towel hand. Sometimes you get really lucky and get off in one clean swoop. But so far, I think I'm batting 1,000 because this is often pretty tricky. It's already starting to kind of come apart. And if you don't get most of it, not a big deal. But do you see how I'm doing it bit by bit? Oops, it's already starting to want to come off here. And as you go, your paper towel will get kind of drenched with the juices of the meat. But do you see that flap? This one's coming off real nice. It's coming off in 2 pieces, but not a big deal. I went a little long on that one. And then boom, that's the membrane. See that angle? I'll leave that out for visual. And then that's actually kind of a extra slice of meat, fat we could kind of trim off. But that came off really, really well. So now that you have a visual for the membrane, let's talk about the argument whether you leave it on or leave it off. I'm going to start with the leaving it on first, which is not what I agree with, but a lot of people out there do. Many people think you should leave the membrane on because it keeps moisture in the meat. Many people think you should leave it on because it retains flavor for the moisture, for the rub and the smoke. Now let's go to the camp, including myself, that says leave it off. Number one, that's how I was taught. And leaving it off, the argument is if you don't take it off, you're blocking smoke flavor from getting to the meat. You're blocking smoked rubbed flavor to getting from the meat. I agree to both those statements. And above all, it's really, really chewy. I can't even pull it apart. Look at that. So do you really want to eat that? Now, when I was new to this many, many years ago, I couldn't get the membrane off 2 racks of meat that I was going to cook. Did my guests know the difference? Not really. They loved it regardless. So if you find yourself, not being able to take it off, it's not the end of the world. Just going to do some trimming here. It's not the end of the world if you can't get it off. So there you have it. Appreciate you staying with me here today, tonight, and hope you have a great day wherever you are as you see this. And if you like what you saw, please give me a like. I would love to hear your comments. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it for future material. Hit that notification button, tell your friends. And I'm going to go ahead and get back to these 6 racks of ribs. I got most of them done. I'm going to go ahead and wrap them in some cellophane and then apply the binder and the rub tomorrow at my brother-in-law's for my wife's little birthday get-together. So appreciate you watching. This is Hammy from Hammy's Barbecue and Grilling, and we'll see you soon on the next video.